Hi everybody, I'm Katie. I'm a huge Animal Crossing fan, so I'm attempting the Nico Challenge, where I create a dream vacation home for every single villager in the game, and I do that in only 365 days. Today is day 29 of the Happy Home Paradise Nico Challenge. I've already completed 32 villagers, and today is the little squirrel who has a sweet tooth. Mint asks for an ice cream shop, and I'm probably going to have to change the spelling to have one P instead of two, but I still love this idea. I am ready to put her on this cute little plot with all the butterflies flying around. I started with a pink fence and decided on a nice kind of pastel pink color combination, and then decided to go ahead and fill the whole bottom with a little bit of a stone path and to put an overlay over the top. Once I get the basic stone path in place, I'm again a little bit irritated that I can't center the house right on top of the entrance, but it's okay, and I put this really pretty little light brick pattern over the top. I wanted it to be a little bit lighter on the base, so I felt like this lighter path might be a good choice, but then it didn't coordinate with the pink fencing at all, so I switched it out for a blue fencing. I really didn't like the way the blue fencing worked with it either, like maybe the path had the wrong color, so I went ahead and switched over to a white fencing, and that definitely matches. Of course, then I started working on the house. I wanted again to have some of those pastel colors, but I also wanted it to look really adorable, really sweet. So I shifted between a few different types of styles and finally settled on a little bit of this cottagecore outdoor type of a space. A lot of that's because it had the colors that I was looking for, and I went ahead and switched out for a different path on the ground again. Mostly because it didn't match the house, which was kind of irritating. And then, of course, the new path didn't match, and I go back and I change it out, and I end up with just the basic path again. In the end, I had the same path. I decided with the same stone path that I had, the in-game path with no overlay at all. I decided that the uneven nature of the whole plot was bothering me a little bit too much, so I adjust the pattern again, and I went ahead and added one extra row. I figure if the house couldn't be centered onto the entrance, at least the house could be centered on the plot, and that made me really happy. With the base all figured out, I put down all the items, and I really like the way that this came together pretty quickly with the string lights, tables, chairs, ice cream cones, signs, flags, everything just in a really beautiful way. After finishing all the items, I did add a couple of trees and some really pretty flowers around the property in whatever space I had left, and then I thought I was done. I did decide I'd go ahead and switch it over to spring just to see how it looked with the pink trees, and I love it. As I move to the inside for the ice cream shop, I start with the walls. I'm trying to figure out what's going to look like an ice cream shop and to sort of work within the parameters, or at least those colors, and I finally decide on a little bit of this pink and white stripe that actually matches the ice cream case that Mint is asked for in her build. I shift through just a couple of floors before finding this really adorable little one with all the patterns on it, and then of course I found the ice cream shop wall as a feature, which seemed kind of obvious. I added in a few extra partition walls, and I really love that we can do that. And then I started setting up furniture in this space. Everything was pretty white, so I do adjust the furniture colors a little bit, but for the most part, it's pretty light. I did a big, long counter against the back wall with lots of pretty little stools, and then set up a little bit of the ice cream checkout area for the employees to work in, and then put together an arrangement for at least a couple chairs in the middle of the room with tables. The last step is to take all the clutter ingredients out of the catalog. I drop them in the middle of the floor, and then I start setting them out on surfaces. And this is when a build really comes to life, when you get all the little clutter items and you sort of spread them about. With all the little ice cream cones set out on the counter, it's time to check out Mint's Ice Cream Shop. I think Mint's ice cream shop would be the perfect place to visit if you are looking for a frozen treat on a spring or summer day. With that, day 29 is done. Only 380 villagers and 336 days to go to complete this challenge. I hope you found something useful here and continue creating in this game. Until next time, have the best Animal Crossing day.